this is Eve, your Love Life Muse, and we're still talking about evoking the Tantric Woman. We're on the last 3 chakras, okay? Finishing up the chakra of expression. So we know that to get a woman to be completely wild with abandon with you means meeting her on all 7 chakras. That's a truly tantric relationship, right? True tantra is actual love flowing through your embodiment together, through your breathing, your eye contact, and your sensuality and your touch. But none of that just happens because you go, I want that and you should be that and and I am that. And no, it's earned. So you're learning in these 2 videos how you earn the woman's trust, where you have evoked her tantric goddess. Okay, so the other thing about the chakra of communication and self-expression is it's related to the arts. So any way in which you can bring her into music and dance and painting, whether you're going to the theater or you're playing music or you're making music, making art together, even better, doing some creative project together. This has to do with the tantric energy because it's spiritually creative, because we know that the greatest creative act you can do is to have children together, is to have a family together. There's nothing more creative in the whole world. But if you've already done that, or you're in the middle of that, and you want to take it to another level, or you're not going to do that, you have the 5 arts. You have theater, dance, painting, writing, and music. Okay, and the crafts, all kinds of crafts. And when you engage creatively, you start writing her poetry or writing her a song. You're evoking that imaginal space that a lot of hot connection is based on the way we imagine each other, the way we hold each other in the mystery and don't know each other, and add to it with our appreciation. Okay. So now to the which chakra is this? This is the 6th chakra. So this means that you're interested in her mind and what she's thinking, right? But what if she doesn't think about that much? What if she's a simple down-home woman and you still want to evoke that wild tantric goddess? Or what if she's a super mental woman and she's got too many of those thoughts and you're so sick of it? Well, remember that the intellectual chakra, this chakra, it does not need words. It doesn't need thoughts. Actually connecting there is best when it's done through silence. When you learn how to connect on the consciousness level through meditating together, meditating on each other, and then sharing the subtlety of your thoughts, your question asking each other questions, going deeper and deeper with those questions and appreciations of what you hear, what happens is that this becomes safe to share an open mind without having to say, when people are like, you should think this and you should agree with me on that, and then we have to align on exactly all this. It's a clamping down of and it becomes very fearful to share one's exploration of the universe, which is where the exciting tantric energy is. It's going into surfing into what's unknown, and feeling safe in that physical energy means that you can also do it mentally and spiritually. You're safe with challenging assumptions and not being in a dogma, a spiritual or religious dogma where you're not allowed to question it. It means actually allowing her the safe space to have her own thoughts that don't agree with you and being interested in them, and letting her push you to new levels where you've never ventured into that risk-taking place, or she never has, and you're leading her. Okay, so wordless meditation, being able to be silent together in presence, rather than the silence that is a wall between you and is dead. It's the silence where you're connected, where you're holding hands perhaps, and you just feel each other's presence. That's super exciting. Okay, now we're on the last chakra, which is, of course, spiritual chakra, the crown chakra. The crown chakra uniting down to the root chakra, where the person is that lotus flower of awakening through the sexuality that you share, becomes this fountain that feeds the root. It feeds your security. And the two of you giving each other this sexual, tantric, uh, safe spirituality through your sexuality and bliss, the fact that you're doing that, it's making your physicality much stronger, your security much stronger, your confidence much stronger, because you've gotten to that place of the fountain where your sexual relationship, rather than just being an indulgence, where a lot of people who are addicted to sex, or they're sex addicts, what's happening is they're draining their life force. They're never learning practices where they can withhold ejaculation. They're just getting quickies, and there's no real commitment, no deep relationship, no unfolding of the deep heart and trust. It's just a sex act that's become pretty much mechanical and animalistic. That's easy. Lust is not tantra. It's a very simple thing. Any animal can be in their lust. Tantra is the evolution of your sexuality into where you've united it with all the chakra capabilities of your human potential. And you've actually united it with commitment to the person, love for the person, you care for the person on the grounded level of the earth, and taking care of them, and supporting each other's health and physicality, and feeding each other good thoughts and good food and good support, right? So in this spiritual chakra, it means lovemaking has become cosmic lovemaking. Cosmic lovemaking, right? So, and there's this heart open appreciation, gratitude, awe, and that feeling that you have come to another level of existence that you didn't even know was possible, and you can't even believe your good fortune that you get to revel in that joy and reciprocity of filling each other up by receiving. A funny thing, it's your receiving that fills the other person up. So how to evoke the tantric woman, make sure you watch the first video on this, okay? And evoke her by following my advice on all 7 chakras. In terms of this chakra, is there anything more for the hot sex, the great, it's fun to dress up. It's fun to show up smelling great, looking beautiful. It's creating really sexy space. I'm working on a book I would like you to have, that it's Ignite Your Sexy Love Life. And it's all about, the space we create, and the kind of meals we create, and the kind of words we do say that, that ignite that sexy love life. So you're going to work on all these aspects of the 7 chakras within yourself and your abilities, but you're also going to be, you can be just very grounded about it in terms of, well, what music am I going to play? Is this hyper music? Is it going to really bring her into her sensuality? Or is this really classical, bum, 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 bum? Is that really going to be sexy? How's the atmosphere like? Is it messy in my place? Is it really going to make her feel cared about to come into my laundry over there in the corner and beer cans around? No, it won't. So wonderful. You are going to allow all these things that I'm talking about on the 7 chakras to keep going. This is just the beginning of you learning about it. And you're going to learn through what you see evokes her pleasure. Like, you do a certain thing, you bring her flowers, and you notice, gee, it didn't go very well. Like, she always said she wanted flowers. Well, honey, you don't bring a woman daisies because even though you think that's cool, they don't mean love and lusciousness and beauty to her the way roses do, or peonies do, or beautiful flowers that have an incredible scent do. They say little kid. Okay, so you're going to learn as you go, what really ignites her to enter that tantric goddess space. And then, come on, just stick with it. If she absolutely loved roses, okay, don't give them to her right away again, but do give them to her again. And make sure, because it's symbology. That what you're trying to do is you're trying to connect with the symbol of what you're doing. What is it? What are you saying? Are these flowers a representation of her? Are they a representation of you and how you feel about her? Or are you giving her a representation of yourself? Like a lot of guys will give like a kind of a bunch of weeds that look really artsy and they're kind of phallic and they're trying to give her an image of themselves and it doesn't make her feel loved. So you're turning it around, right? You're turning everything around to love her, to keep your focus, your masculine energy going towards her, to create a container for her flow to surrender into, okay? Which is not the same thing as you going all feminine and having her listen to your stories going on and her creating the beautiful space and her paying for everything. And it can happen that way. But that means she's the masculine and you're the feminine. And is that really what you want? Is that the best for you? Because maybe it is. Maybe you're the girl. Maybe she's the guy. No judgment here. But for a lot of women, we're being made to be the guy. We're being forced to be men in every aspect of our lives. And there is no support for us as feminine beings. So it's no wonder if we seem cut off, dry, mechanical, like controlling, because we need support to be feminine, and that means you learning masculine polarity. So get the book. It's called The Way of the Superior Man by David Dita, and that will help a lot. He's on it. Okay, love life, darling. Love your life. Many blessings to you. May the tantric goddess be evoked in the one you're with now. I know you can do this. You already are.